Every tale must have its conclusion. The news spread rapidly, carried as quickly as the messenger pigeons can fly. Even so, it arrives late, for Arvium has already surmised his defeat. What else can explain the demonic hordes pausing their rampage as one, and dissolving into countless conflicting pieces? The will that once drove them has perished. The Demon King is defeated, once and for all. Soldiers are already sortieing into the wilderness to exterminate any lingering monsters. With no further need for heroes, Sir Ornier and his companions make for Pylum to report to Matriarch Soraya. The war is over. Only this last task remains before the party breaks apart, each to their own duties. It may be some time before they meet again. In fact, it may finally be time to seek conclusions to other, more personal matters.
Chapter 14. Shades of Love. Suzuka's point of view. So this is Sacre Pilier. It's even colder here than in Tarman. We're in the far north of Avium. The temperatures are pretty frigid. You like this cold, huh? So, what do we do next? I still can't believe it's all over. We have no more battles to face. The world is at peace after all. There are still threats that need to be countered like Amaranth. But knowing that the matriarch is taking care of that, we can rest safe. Speaking of the matriarch...
I'm not sure about that.
She seems to have been involved in the vassalage rite of her birth. Indeed. As soon as we get an audience with her, we'll ask for clarifications. And when can we get an audience? According to our informants, she's currently on her way back from the front lines after dismantling Amaranth's forces to the south. We'll be able to meet her tomorrow morning at the cathedral. The cathedral? That building over... Oh, yeah, you know what? It was in my memories. In your visions, you mean? Well, I'm not surprised. It's the most iconic spot in the capital. If you've lived here, it's hard to forget. But what can we do until tomorrow? We still have half a day ahead of us. I'd say we should relax. After all the trouble we went through, we kinda deserve it. As for that, as a priestess of Pylum and Her Holiness Soraya's favorite, I always have a couple of rooms available. Only a couple of them. Sorry. Does the princess want an entire palace? Does the knight want to sleep in Lucas' doghouse? I was just pointing out that there aren't enough rooms for everyone, so... Oh, great idea, Ria. I love this kind of camaraderie. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have to share them? No way. Why are you all so uncomfortable? I meant for the twins to stay in Shiori's lodgings, and for Christoph and I to stay in the camp. Yes, of course, that makes sense. What about me? Of course, you'd be sleeping back at camp. I knew it. And just when all of our comrades have been summoned by Empress Phoebe for their contribution in this war, I'm looking forward to joining them when our business with Her Holiness is concluded. I'm going to end up feeling lonely for sure. We don't even have a cook. Come on, buddy. I can't leave you alone. If you have to sleep there, I'll keep you company as a good friend should. Thank you, Christoph. That's actually very sweet of him. Christoph is such a nice guy. Ria, I know we're simply talking about accommodation, but are you sure? Don't worry about it. Perhaps we will visit you for some tea later. Come on, Christoph. We need to set up the tents. Roger. What do you say, Fa? Shall I show you to your room? Sure, but I do feel sorry for them. I bet I'm not included in them. See you later, Oni. Bye-bye. Hey, this doesn't feel right. I want to... What do I really want now that I think about it? Until now I've only thought about recovering my memories or defeating the demons. But now that the world is at peace, what should I even do? Excuse me? You say I'm supposed to stay with those who really matter to me? Since when are you a relationship counselor? Though, the wolf is right. Maybe I should stop holding my feelings back. Who do I really want to spend my future with? I've had an entire journey worth of experiences with these people. Maybe now it's finally time for me to make up my mind. I get it only because Fa is already in a relationship with Ria, so there's only one option really. Sure, we like Shiori. Is this really what I want? I have to make sure this is my final decision. I have the feeling that this choice will affect my future. I figured, yes. Yep, sure. Yes, this is the right choice. Shiori has been with me since the moment I woke up. One could even say that she's the very first memory of this new life of mine. She has always supported me with a smile, even while carrying her own load of doubts and pains inside. What's up, Lucas? Do you approve of the choice? Seems that way. I get it. After all, we started this journey together, the three of us. Yeah, I've always relied on her. I have to tell her how I sincerely feel. I wonder if Shiori would accept my feelings for her, though. You're right. There's no point in getting paranoid about it. From the beginning, I was honest with her because she could sense my feelings. I don't want to start hiding them now. I still don't have a clear mind, though. Perhaps I need to talk to someone about it first. Let's see. Christoph, maybe? He should have gone to the camp. Here I am. It's a little strange that the heroes who saved the world still have to sleep in tents. It makes you realize how much everyone still has to get used to the idea of being at peace. Hey, you okay, man? Ah, Christoph, there you are. I was just looking for you. You're telling me, buddy. I've just finished working on the tents. And I could have used a little help. It was my way of testing your mighty muscles.
Hey!
Wow.
It's my time to shine!
After all this time, you still doubt my strength? Come on, this is nothing to me. He seems to have taken it well. We got by anyway. Come on. As you can see, with my strength and Ria's planning, we did it quickly. It was a feat to do it all with just one pawn, but we won this game too. Ria, are you sure it's okay to call Christoph a pawn? At the very least, I got promoted to a rook, don't you think? Never mind. Sorry if this is sudden, but I could use some advice. Advice from me? You must be in really bad shape. I've got your back, man. Don't undervalue yourself. You're the man. What's all this about? Since you and her have been talking a bit lately, I was wondering what you thought about Shiori. What? Wait, what I think? What do you mean? Huh? Well, what a strange reaction. I wonder if Christoph is... I still have to ask him either way. Dude, it's about that thing. Oh, sure, it's about that. I'm going back to my tent. I think that's embarrassing enough for everyone. I do have a piece of information that might interest you in that regard. Please, tell me. Shiori confessed to me a while back that she had a thing for you before you lost your memories. Ah, that's an interesting piece of information indeed. Wait, what? Huh? You didn't know that? No, she never mentioned it to me. Maybe was it so you wouldn't be even more confused? You know, buddy, with your amnesia and all. Not again. Why does she keep hiding these important things from me? Wow, isn't this great? This is your big chance, buddy. I mean, kind of true, but I'm not so sure about that. Huh? What do you mean by that? There's a substantial difference between who I was before the amnesia struck and after. You and Ria should know that firsthand, since you used to tell me the same thing. It's likely that Shiori doesn't have those feelings for who I am now. That I doubt, though. Oh, come on, I don't think so. You've proven to everyone that you have personality to spare. Yeah, but if you don't believe in yourself, believe in Shiori. In fact, you should ask her yourself how she feels. Oh, that's a valid point, actually. Yeah, why do you seem surprised? Without realizing it, I chatted with Christoph for several hours. Just as I thought, he's a good man and always sees the best in everyone. And even though he may seem superficial at first glance, he can actually be quite deep. I consider him a good friend. Who knows, maybe Christoph is right, all things considered. Okay, you've convinced me. I'll go talk to her. Way to go, man. Life is about seizing the moment. If you let doubt eat away at you, you'll miss out on a lot of opportunities. The only thing you'll grasp is disappointment. Yes, I can do this. Thank you, Christoph. Now it's time to steal Shiori's heart. I wonder what I should do if she rejects me. I've been living by relying on Shiori ever since I woke up. Sure, I've made my own independent decisions. Knowing she was there for me always gave me courage. Nini? Is it really worth risking losing everything for these feelings of mine? Nini? Ah, sorry, Shiori, I didn't see you. What are you doing out here? Almost had a heart attack. I wasn't talking out loud, was I? Now that there's no more danger, I thought I'd take a walk to let my eyes get used to these nighttime environments. Sure, that's a great idea. There can be a lot of differences between day and night. Come on, don't be so boring, Suzuku. You can find more interesting things to talk about. What about you? What are you doing here, Nini? No. I wanted to talk to you. Oh, what a surprise. What did you want to talk to me about in particular? Please listen to me, Shiori. I can't keep going around and around. I need to confess my feelings. And then, as Christoph said, Shiori may... now or never. I mean, there's only really one option to say in all of these. Like, that is embarrassing. That is just counterproductive, so, you know, there we go. I'm happy that you feel that way. It's not direct enough, I'll grant you that. It's not clear, but it's better than the other two options. Jesus Christ. Really? So, does that mean that... It's reassuring. You know, I was afraid that... You were afraid that... Nothing. Would you like to take a walk with me, Nini? Sure. We walked through the streets of Sacre-Pilier. We didn't talk much. Personally, I was too embarrassed to say anything. As usual, it was she who broke the silence. Nini, thank you for being by my side. I was scared when I first saw the lights. There was so much new information and so much was eluding me. But if that means being able to see the same world you see, then it was worth it. Shiori holds her hand. I was afraid at first, but she immediately squeezed my hand back. It's so warm and soothing. Physical contact alone managed to calm me down a lot. This mutual affection, simple yet deep, is something I've never felt before. Here we are again. Thank you. That was very nice. You're welcome. It felt so nice. And she's so close now. Maybe it's my time to... Wait. Are you cold? Just a little bit. Is there anything I can do for you? Yes, there is one thing actually. Would you accompany me to my room? To her room? Sure, Shiori. Her room? Why does this increase his sanity? I feel like that would decrease his sanity if anything. Let's go then. My heart just skipped a beat. Is this really happening? So this is Shiori's room. It kind of reminds me of my room in Tarman. I thought the same thing. It's very boring. I suppose most Palamese rooms have a similar style. Never mind that now, though. The situation is...
Nini? I have something to confess to you.
She does say it herself. Is it finally time? Breathe, Suzaku, breathe.
I'm ready.
I'm an alien.
The truth is,
Yes, Shiori?
I can't accept your feelings.
Oh, Shiori. This makes me so happy. Wait. What?
That's it. I'm so sorry, but
Why?
I've always looked for the right moment to confess the truth. But first you lost your memory, and then I changed too.
What truth? What is she talking about?
If you have something to tell me, just tell me. I can take it.
Okay.
I was so happy. Instead, now I'm suddenly afraid. Afraid that the light that has always sustained me might go out.
Nini, the truth is, the two of us had already confessed our love for each other the night before you lost your memory.
Ah.
I know you're shocked, but how could I tell you? When I still had my power, I could see that you didn't have those feelings for me anymore.
Well, yes, but that has changed.
Shiori.
When Kristoff said she had a thing for me, I surely wasn't expecting this.
I still remember when you gave me those roses after your investiture ceremony. Does that ring a bell? Or when you first told me I was cute while eating ice cream.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't remember anything like that.
You could have phrased that better.
I know. After that day, I became a complete stranger to you.
And yet he fell in love with you all the same, yet again. Isn't that romantic?
I just wish you could have remembered something. Anything. It was really hard, having to hide my feelings. And still supporting you as a friend.
Shiori.
I couldn't have imagined that the girl who smiled at me and supported me was suffering so much. That day, I wasn't the only one who lost something. She also lost the old me.
I'm sorry. I know, it's hard to find the words, I know.
You've betrayed me again. This doesn't change my feelings for you.
Really, Nini? What if you saw me like this?
She's letting her hair down.
Back then, when I first confessed my feelings to you, I sensed that you thought I looked pretty with my hair down. So I've untied it again. What do you say? Does it ring a bell?
Once again, I can't remember. Forgive me, Shiori.
I knew it. Even this doesn't make a dent in your heart.
No, you're wrong. You really are wrong, Shiori.
Nini? Don't look at me like that.
I can't take my eyes off you. I hope you don't mind, Shiori.
Stop it. Ours is a bond from the past. A past that no longer exists.
You're right. The truth is, I can't remember those roses. I can't even remember that time I said you were cute.
Just as I thought. Those feelings of ours are gone forever.
So what?
What?
I still remember waking up in that forest and seeing a beautiful angel. I remember when this angel guided me and when she saved our lives against the Demon King.
Nini.
It's true that I lost countless memories, but I've also acquired new, more precious ones.
Are you really okay with this? I'm not the Shiori I used to be either.
It's true. We're different now.
Not like he remembers the Shiori she used to be.
And who knows what sort of people we might become in the future. But that only means one thing. No matter how many times we change, no matter how many times I lose my memories,
I will always fall in love with you.
Nini. Oh, Nini. I feel the same.
Shiori.
it was my first kiss.
Same here. At least, from what I can remember.
Don't ruin the mood, silly.
Sorry, force of habit. So, would you be willing to give us a second chance?
Of course I would. That's what I was hoping for from the beginning. I was just afraid of facing our past.
You shouldn't be. I'm here for you, Shiori.
It warms my heart to hear that. But I'm royalty now. Things could get even more complicated.
We'll face everything together. No more secrets. No more regrets.
Okay,
I love you, Shiori.
I love you too.
I've always felt attracted to this angel, and now I finally understand why. From the very beginning, we were meant to support each other.
Be gentle, please.
I will.
And I will always protect her smile. That same smile that saved me when I had nothing left. Firetrace's point of view. I'm so tired. Now that the threat of Elias is gone and I've calmed down, the weight of the last few days is starting to take its toll. There will be 3,000 things to do between rebuilding Hoikada and hunting down the last of Amaranth's forces. To make matters worse, my mind is clouded with juvenile thoughts. I'd better make some tea. What a shame. If Lulu saw me, she'd feel sorry for me. After all, she told me to drink tea with somebody to enjoy it to the fullest. The company makes it better. Lulu, I really miss you, my dear friend.
Who's there? Faratros. It's me.
Ria, but what's she doing here? She invited herself to tea earlier. Have you forgotten?
Come in. And sorry about the mess.
What mess? Except for the books, it's very tidy.
Yes. It's an old habit I had at the castle too. And one that is rather hard to let die. But never mind that. Did you need something?
Well, I just wanted to bring you some tea leaves.
Tea leaves and this variety. It's the same I have. What a coincidence.
Some time ago, at the Midbar Market, you seemed interested in this kind of tea. So, I thought you might like this gift.
It's the same kind of tea that Lulu always made for me. I can't accept, please leave. Thanks, that's very kind of you.
You're welcome. I see, however, that you are already making tea. 2 cups, to be precise.
She doesn't miss a thing, as usual.
I like to drink in company. And I just happened to be waiting for someone. Would you like to join me?
With pleasure.
We just need to wait for the water to warm up. Then we'll use the leaves you brought.
Just out of curiosity, was the other cup for me?
Nope. Of course it was.
This sort of attention from you, it honors me, Faratros.
Seeing her so embarrassed makes my heart flutter.
I wonder if this hot tea will finally melt your ice mask.
Are you really that interested in seeing what lies beneath my mask?
I have to admit that I am. After all we've been through together, I yearn to see all sides of you. I'm having a hard time holding back my feelings, Ria.
Ha! Faratros, what are you... Please, Faratros, wait. Wait.
Is this too sudden?
No, it's just... Are you sure about this?
You brought those tea leaves to my room, Ria. Surely a great tactician such as yourself would have expected this outcome, right?
It was a remote possibility, undoubtedly. But it seems unreal that you feel the same way.
Are my feelings unreal to you?
Far from it. But for the longest time, I thought this was only a mere fantasy of mine.
And yet, all of this is real.
Faratros, we're royalty. And we're both women. There will be consequences if...
Ria, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes and listen to your heart.
They don't really look like Ria and Faratros, do they?
What does it say? Yes.
I want you so badly.
See, such a good, honest woman you are.
I want you, but I've always ignored these desires.
What if I told you that you don't have to hide your feelings anymore?
I would probably think I'm dreaming.
You're not dreaming. I love you, Ria.
Faratros.
Oh, wait, shit. I had it the wrong way around. They actually do look...
Was it better than in your dream?
I actually thought it was the opposite way around. Oh, God. Yeah, actually, they do kind of look like they're supposed to. Now that makes sense. Right. We'll ignore that.
Much better.
Do you still care about the consequences?
No. Say that again, please.
I love you.
It's unfair how direct you can be, but if I can allow myself to indulge in these feelings too, without second thoughts.
Say it, Ria.
I love you too, Faratros. I've always loved you more than you can imagine.
So the ice has finally melted.
That's how me and Ria became one. One could say that we were polar opposites, but to me it seems we've always been two sides of the same coin. The burning passion of our hearts could only be matched by the scalding water for the tea. I had completely forgotten about it. Good thing that Ria noticed it in time. Nothing ever escapes her gaze. And that's why I want her to keep looking at me until death do us part. Suzuku's point of view. Looks like everyone's here. And looking at them, it's awkwardly obvious that something happened last night. I can't stop thinking about Shiori. Could it be because I've loved her even from before I lost my memories? I love her so much it hurts. It's about time we go to the meeting with Her Holiness. Is everyone ready? Yeah, we can finally put an end to our journey and focus on what's next. I'm really looking forward to whatever's next. There's a lot to do, at least in my case. Agreed. It's going to be tough, but with your support, I'm sure I can do my best. Was she talking about me just now? How sneaky. It wasn't that sneaky. What are we waiting for then? Let's report our achievements and go celebrate like we deserve. Yeah. I would like to save, and I don't like that it's asking me to save. Okay. Why are we saving? True finale. Children of Fate. Suzuku's point of view. It's almost time. We've been waiting for almost an hour.
It's going to be shiny!
Religion and faith of all of Arvium is administered here. When you think about it, it's quite exciting. I suppose it is, although I can't remember much about our faith. Being here with you is what excites me the most, to be fair. Every time I step foot in here, I feel uncomfortable. You're not exactly the religious type, Ria, we know. I hate to break it to you, but deep down you don't seem that religious either. What? Is there anything wrong with dedicating my battles to Lord Valonja? Let's call it a personal interpretation. I've been thinking about this since we arrived. This cathedral is beautiful. but let's not let it distract us from our report. Indeed, a lot has happened since we last discussed matters with the matriarch in Magnolia. Hasn't she been kept abreast of everything through your informants? Not everything, just the most essential information, given the dire situation we were in until the other day. I wonder if there are any pressing matters that only the matriarch can answer.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello there. Oh, you're...
Miss LeBlanc!
Matilda. It's nice to see you again, Miss LeBlanc. It's my pleasure. It's been a while since I saw a fellow priestess. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Do all the priestesses giggle in that cute way? The matriarch will receive you very soon. I just wanted to tell you this. How soon is soon? About 10 minutes, I think. Soon enough.
If you need anything, I'm here.
I will come and call you when the time comes, if you'll excuse me. As we were saying, there are some things we still need to discuss with Her Holiness. Well, she could definitely tell us more about Amaranth. She fought the cult this whole time, right? Yes, now that the demons are gone, the cult is the last menace left in this world. I'm sure Her Holiness has taken care of that already. I wonder, and what about the other mysteries involving the church? Now that I think about it, the church should have known about the research in Midbar since Saito made contact with them. But the matriarch never mentioned anything about that in our last meeting. It's been more than 60 years already. Her Holiness Soraya wasn't even born at the time. Are you telling me it's not even mentioned in the church's records? Fair point. And it's not the only thing that has been bothering me. She was aware of the twins' birth too.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you for waiting. Her Holiness Soraya is a bit early. It's time. Let's go. I'm probably just overthinking. These are nitpicks in the bigger picture. Yeah. The world is at peace. The Demon King is no more. I should just be thinking about my future with Shiori. On the inside, it's quite different than I'd imagined. Out of curiosity, I could still save. Just wanted to check. Despite how I can vaguely recall its appearance outside, this site doesn't trigger any memories. I'd say it looks even better than expected. I might take notes for when we have to rebuild Hoikade. I'll try to remember as many details as possible, in case you need a hand. I appreciate your help. Just call an architect. Matilda has taken her leave. Out of curiosity as well, I just want to check. Couple of things. First, everyone's full health. That's good. You never know, do you? And we still have 800 MP, right? Do we need that for anything? I thought we were pretty much maxed out on everything useful. Potentially maybe that. I mean, currently it would... Let's actually... We'll think about that. Maybe there's something more useful. No. She's got everything useful for her, and... increases Crystal's physical damage by 40%. I mean, that wouldn't hurt. What I'm interested in, though, mostly is the mathematics behind that. Because using 200 MP, so currently he's reducing the damage inflicted to his robe by 2%. If I do that, I'll be down to 643, and I have 300 MP, so it will still be 2%, so I can do that. And after that, I'd be down to 403 MP, and would still be reduced by 2%, so I can actually do that.
It's about time to invest that mana.
It doesn't make a difference, but his skills are higher. Apart from that, I think we'll leave that as is. We don't necessarily need that, the 10% damage buff. Did we get any equipment from that demon We did. We never equipped that, didn't we? Yeah, that's 100 more attack. It reduces his speed a bit, but his mana generation and crit percentage is increased by a lot. What else did we get? We get a Luminous Code Plus. Does Christoph? It increases his defense by 40 and his speed by quite a lot, so I'll give it to Christoph. She's got Mithril Armor Plus, okay. What else did we get? Get a shield? No. A helmet? No. No, that was strictly... Oh, actually... Interesting. Is Shiori able to use that? She is, but that would reduce her attack. It would increase her defense. It's interesting. Very interesting. She's got currently, Solaris is 400 health. 3 mana generation, 7% crit. That's 4 mana generation. Increase her defense to the maximum. Is that worth it is the question? Probably. Her attack is unchanged. Yeah,
Proper
you know what?
equipment
We'll take
is
that.
critical.
And for Shiori, that would reduce her attack, which I don't really want. No, that's fine. We don't need that. Is that all we got? I can't really check my inventory, I believe, for weapons and stuff like that, which is a bit unfortunate. But it should be fine. Yeah, she doesn't have anything better. Because this is just like these items. So I guess all of Ashland's, yeah, seems good. Seems good to me. Okay then. Just in case, you know. Matilda has taken her leave. The one coming this way though is... a wonderful sight, I must admit. There is nothing like welcoming my beloved children into the sacred cathedral, the heart of Pilum. Your Holiness, what a pleasure to see you again. My, you are back to your old energetic self, Shiori. I'm beyond happy. I'm humbled to be once again in your presence, O divine matriarch. I'm pleased to see you all again. I've heard of your deeds and victories. We've come across many shocking battles and revelations. Of that, there is no doubt. Your support in each of these circumstances, however, has allowed us to prevail over the demons. I hope this holds true regarding inner demons as well, my beloved knight. Her Holiness, to think that the mana crest she gifted me ended up saving me. Good to see you again, matriarch. You have a peaceful look this time, vassal. It seems the journey that began with your escape has come to an end. It would appear so, though some doubts still linger. Oh, what could this possibly be about? Why don't you tell her? You're her favorite holy knight, after all. Me? Sure. I'll ask her about the research. You mean the research of Elias Lehmann and Saito Pascal, correct? Yes, I see you've already been informed. It was the most striking discovery after all. What about it? According to some documents we found in the laboratory, it appears that Saito made contact with the church at the time. Oh my, so you found out. I was expecting a more shocked reaction, perhaps. Your Holiness, please explain yourself. You're certainly aware of the implications of these findings. There's nothing to it, really. Do you know the original goal of that research? Saito and Elias wanted to find a way to use mana for healing under any possible circumstances. Isn't that wonderful? No one would ever have to suffer again. Unfortunately, our research was stolen by Amaranth right after the rise of the Demon King. What? So the experiments Amaranth currently conducts, they're based on the... Oh, there's Faratas. So the experiments Amaranth currently conducts, they're based on the papers the church got from Saito? Yes, obviously for us it is a huge shame. It would be a scandal if this became known. And I can see why. Because of the church's carelessness, now the world must suffer the influence of the cult. We have vowed to personally take care of this matter and put an end to Amaranth with our own hands. Is that why you didn't mention this to us earlier? We are attempting to cover up the truth to avoid a scandal. Pardon the disrespect, but I find that extremely selfish. It's certainly a disappointing revelation, but remember this, Ria. The church fights against Amaranth on the front lines, and thanks to their efforts we've almost defeated the cult.
This is my holy duty.
Undoubtedly, we seek atonement for our past sins. My task as leader of the sacred theocracy of Pylum remains that of providing a bright future for all. Sounds plausible, if a bit suspicious. What about that other pressing matter? The twins' birth. So the truth has finally surfaced. Your Holiness Soraya, please explain. Certainly. The circumstances surrounding the birth of Faratas and Shiori Hoikada were to be kept secret. This had been accepted by everyone present at the time of the incident, including myself and General Mooney. You've taken care of me ever since I was a child. What reason would you have to keep me away from my true family? She's right. Separating the two sisters was an act of cruelty. You find me in complete agreement, and my heart mourns such disgrace every day. However, there was nothing more I could do. The foundations of the world would have collapsed if it became known that the vassalage was incomplete. So, to save face, you let Faratas and Shiori suffer such an adverse fate? Ria, please, there's no need to raise your voice. The matriarch always kept an eye on Shiori, right? She wanted to make sure the Demon King didn't affect her. Yes, she did. I have no doubt she tried to protect me. Shiori would have sensed any ill intentions with her former power otherwise. Your Holiness, you must have carried such a heavy burden too. Surely in an ideal world, everything would have been simpler. I fail to see any decisive proof to incriminate the Church of Pylum for how things were managed. Yet none of these explanations really sound convincing. If that's all, I would like to ask one last favor. Could you please return the mana crest to me? The mana crest she gave me. She wants it back? What for? That mana crest now contains the mana of all sorts of powerful beings, from the archdemons to the Demon King. It also contains your mana and that of the people it came in contact with. I can't even imagine what could happen if Amaranth managed to put their hands on it. Indeed, it has become a receptacle for a frightening power. But why should we give it to you, Your Holiness? We could protect it ourselves. I fear for the safety of Sir Ornier if it were to remain in his hands, and the Church is already used to fighting against Amaranth. Should it remain with him, chances are he'll get assassinated, or is mind-controlled to unleash the power that lies dormant in the mana crest. Well, quite the chilling prospect. I do have the power to unleash the mana in the mana crest, though. I wouldn't want to use it against my will. You know what to do. Something doesn't add up. I won't do it. I may be mistaken, and this disrespect may cost me dearly. But I think if I let these doubts be brushed aside, I might make an even bigger mistake, yes.
Do you think so too, then?
Maybe we all think so.
Shiori should have sensed these secrets.
How insolent, my children. Are you suggesting that I, the matriarch of Pylum, have been malicious?
Shiori, correct me if I'm wrong, but you used to infer many feelings other than just malice, right?
Yes, that's true. I could sense all kinds of emotions.
How come you didn't realize that the matriarch was hiding something from you?
I don't know. I've never sensed anything wrong with Her Holiness Soraya.
My purity is such that not even the power of the Demon King can sense my emotions. I am the matriarch, after all.
Watch what you say, Soraya.
It's your holiness for you, princess.
Everyone, are you sure you want to get to the bottom of this?
Just in case.
As a believer, I can't lay a finger on the church, let alone on her holiness.
Yes, Kristoff. The truth deserves to be revealed, especially after all this suffering.
I see. That's really unfortunate then. For her, I mean. Because from today on, I am no longer faithful to the church. Only to Lord Valanja!
Does that even make any sense?
You heard us. Do you have anything else to say?
The mana crest stays here, Your Holiness.
Sir Ornier, surely you know what it means to defy me, correct?
Give up, Your Holiness. There are too many doubts surrounding the church at the moment.
We can't risk letting an artifact as important as this falling into the wrong hands. I'm truly sorry, Your Holiness.
Magnolia will think about how to protect the Mana Crest while conducting a formal investigation into the church. If the suspicions get cleared, I promise we'll give you the Mana Crest. But in the meantime, I expect your full cooperation.
I get it.
Your Holiness?
You know too much. It's time to put you to sleep, my children.
Nope. Not load, not load. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to save once more. Delay it as late as possible. Should I die, I can just, you know... Maybe the last checkpoint is before the start of the battle anyway. From behind.
What? But there wasn't anyone else here!
Nini! Nini!
Was that dimensional magic? It can't be.
Can you stand?
Yes,
I was stabbed from behind, but thankfully it wasn't that deep.
the Mana Crest. It's gone.
What's the meaning of this, Soraya?
Don't you know it's rude to make the matriarch repeat herself? You heard her. You know too much.
Fuck off, Livenus. You're dead.
You're Livenus, but you should be dead.
Is he the one who stabbed me? Damn, he's got the Mana Crest.
Why are you all staring at me? Do we know each other?
What?
Your Holiness, here's the Mana Crest.
Great job. You're the only child I need, Livenus.
I don't know what's happening here, but we're surrounded.
And the gates behind us have been closed. Yikes!
You won't get out of here alive.
Thank you for stockpiling all that precious mana in my Mana Crest. Farewell, Sir Ornier.
It's not actually that much in there, to be honest. Alright. I won't forgive them. Shiori, it's unusual to hear you make such claims. I won't forgive anyone who hurts my beloved Nini. Oh, so that's what it's about. Thank you, Shiori. I promise I'll be okay. Alright, reach Soraya by 11 AM.